I love what Mr. Church is saying, and I hope it's true. And yes, I'm sure we can engineer some solutions. But that gets us into another very sticky question altogether, which is bioengineering. Manipulating genetic strands, of course we've done this, and we've cloned animals and so on and so on, and we have the science and technology to do it right now. I can foresee in the near future genetically modified human beings. It's coming. You can bet on it. Look in our societies of what parents will do to get their children into a certain school or to the best teacher. It's just a small jump to manipulating the strands of DNA from the parents on a computer screen to match up when they mate to have a child who's 6 feet tall or has blue eyes or who's a great tennis player or whatever the hell it is going to be. Then we're not human at all anymore. There's no accident involved. You know, look at the canine species. We have created canines that go from the Chihuahua to the Great Dane, and they can mate and have viable offspring with wolves and, by the way, coyotes too. They're all one species. But look how radically different they are simply from selective breeding. You know? Now, if there were a dictator who was in power for a few generations, he or she could simply through selective breeding have made human beings who are 12 feet tall and human beings who could be dancing on the table for us the size of that thing right now, just from selective breeding. But when you start to do genetic engineering, it's opening up a kind of horror, you know? You can't foresee what the consequences will be. So Mr. Church may be talking about bioengineering some algae that will, or bacteria like the one that eats up the oil spill. Great, hallelujah. But who knows what the consequences of that might be down the line.